So in today's video, we're going to be exploring the neon futuristic world of FunWhole's latest set, their Cyberpunk Apartment build. I've got some really big thoughts on this set. It's experimental, it's colourful, it's quirky. FunWhole have introduced some new lighting pieces as well, so let's get into it. As always, before we get started, I just want to thank FunWhole for sending me the set for review, and as you know, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Alright, so this set is part of FunWhole's latest theme, the Cyberpunk Neon City, and it's set number F9042. As you can see, this set absolutely shines. There's loads of lighting components in this, including a few pieces that we've not seen before. And talking of pieces, this set has 2,500 plus pieces and sits on a 32 by 32 base plate. So let's start exploring it. So if you've not built a FunWhole set before, all of their sets come with a built-in lighting kit. And for this set in particular, it really brings the magic. We have the Oasis Apartment and Neon Eat signs, which are made of these translucent light bricks, which really glow and adds an extra layer of atmosphere. We've also got the motorbike sign on the ground floor that changes colours, which looks epic. And these translucent tubes that go around the different levels of the build that light up beautifully. Lastly, at the very top of the build, we have this really neat pulsating red light. And as always, FunWhole has used their special concealed wire bricks to keep the wires hidden, so all you see is the glow without the clutter. Alright, so let's talk minifigures, because this set comes with 7 unique characters, each with their own story to add to the Cyberpunk apartments. There's Rex, the fried chicken shop owner who doubles as an underground doctor. He's a pretty versatile chap. Then we've got Kira, a skilled mechanic, and Max, the local oddball who's always fighting with a vending machine thanks to his memory chip malfunction. Amy's the friendly face who loves Rex's chicken, and Jack's the daily commuter. Finally, Mark, the apartment's resident hacker. I just love the variety of characters here, and they really make the set feel like a mini community. Lastly, the different colours used in all of the characters really does complement the cyberpunk feeling. So when it came to building this set, I had an absolute blast, and as you can see, it is larger than your typical FunWhole build. However, with the numbered bags and the way it was structured, it was very well paced. I now just want to explore the build. We're going to start with the exterior sections, and then we're going to jump inside and have a look at the details. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the outside, beginning on the ground floor. The base has these awesome printed designs all around, with some intriguing connectors at the back. So this is making me think, could FunWhole be hinting at more modulars to come within this series? Now I know I mentioned that Max is always trying to check out this vending machine. Well, here it is. It's a mini build of its own, though it's down with a system failure right now, as you can see with the cool pad printed tile. We can see individual items inside and a face scanner for payment. There's so much detail here and it really hints at that cyberpunk theme. We've then got a manhole cover with light seeping through it, which I think gives it a gritty city vibe, and nearby we can see some discarded papers and magazines. Rotating around, there's a garbage area next to the chicken shop and even a security camera hanging down, keeping an eye on things within the apartment blocks. Now around the back of the build, we get these swinging back doors which lets us peek inside. I know they've used this on previous FunWhole builds. They're practical, but I prefer a cleaner, more flush finish on them personally. And then on the last side, there's a spot for the battery pack, plus a switch to power everything on. So now moving up on the build, we get the tube lights that wrap around, which gives the exterior a cool curved design that screams cyberpunk in my opinion. On the second floor, we have the walkway features, printed tiles showing weather updates, and I really like the technique that FunWhole's used here to create a cover for the walkway. Higher up, we see a small futuristic tree that adds a splash of colour and a machine growing a sapling, because why not? This is the future. This is how we're going to keep the planet green. And finally, the roof is super sleek and high-tech with a pulsing red light on top of the signal tower. It's a perfect finish to this futuristic build. Now let's head inside. Starting on the ground floor, we've got Rex's fried chicken shop. It's compact, but has all the basics, though I'm wondering where he actually cooks the food. Next door is a garage with a motorbike under repair, but if we flip it around, you'll see it's hiding a secret clinic in the back, which I think is pretty clever, and it's definitely hinting at some of these minifigs needing some sort of repair. On the second floor, we find Mark's hacker den, and this room has it all. It's got multiple monitors, there's tons of coding, we see a mini futuristic bed, I think it's a bed, and even a tiny bathroom. It's perfect for any tech enthusiast living in the cyberpunk age. Now finally, on the top floor, floor we have Kira's room, and inside we can find a workbench where she's building droids and robots. There are some neat creations displayed in the window, plus a ladder that leads up to the bed area. It's a simple setup in my opinion, but it fits the theme perfectly. So this set comes in at just over £130, which does put it at the slightly more expensive end for FunWhole sets. However, it does come with 2,500 pieces, and as you can tell, it's got some really awesome lighting features. So when you compare this price to other premium brands out there, I think this FunWhole set definitely does come out on top. So before we finish this review, I do just want to talk about some of the cons with this set, because I did find quite a few that I want to share with you all. Now the first one may only apply to the set that I received, but one of the lights wasn't molded properly, which meant it couldn't connect to one of the pieces as strong as I would have liked. It left it a little bit wonky. I think this is down to some quality control. Hopefully it can be refined for future builds. The next issue is that the battery cable is slightly too long and it can look messy. However, it could be a plus if you wanted to have the cable maybe go under a desk or something into an external power source. So you kind of got to balance that one out yourself. Next up is the back door of the apartments. I do like the idea that you can access the interior of the build. However, I think it needs a bit of a cleaner finish. Following that, I want to talk about the shutter to enter the garage. It does work, however, it is a little bit stiff, especially when you try to lower the garage door, it can sometimes jam, so that's something to be aware of. My next issue is with the new transparent lighting parts, the Oasis apartment sign, the neon eats and the motorbike. All three of them seem to have some scratches on them, so I would like to think for future builds, if these types of pieces are used, that they'd maybe have a protective film around them during shipping or put into a separate bag so they don't get scratched by other bricks. Next up is that the steps don't actually line up within the build. It leaves a bit of an unfinished gap between each floor, so it just looks a little bit messy. And lastly, although the set does have some great details, I do think it is suffering from a lack of pieces. There's some elements within this build that I feel with a few extra pieces would have felt complete. The chicken shop, for example, doesn't have an oven, so how are they cooking the food? So overall, I did really enjoy building the Cyberpunk Apartment set by FunWhole, and I think it is a strong entry into their new Cyberpunk Neon City theme. The set does feel a little bit experimental to me. It has got some new pieces that they've introduced. It's not all perfect, but it does have some great details and the minifigures look pretty cool. If you are into kind of the futuristic cityscapes or the cyberpunk themes, I'd say this set is definitely worth checking out. And if you do want a discount off of any FunWhole sets, then be sure to use my affiliate link down below in the description section. If you did enjoy the review, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. And if you're new around here, maybe consider subscribing. As always, I'll see you in the next one.